What's up, my sports to the bone family? What's up? Welcome back to another video, my viewers and subscribers. Hope you guys are doing okay. Yes man, hope your day is going great so far. So in this video we have a couple of stories to share with you guys, just to give you some information. We see where the former West Indies captain Mr. Richard Richardson is all set to receive a honorary doctorate. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. He gave his feedback. Man said that he was extremely surprised. He wasn't expecting anything like that as it relates to CWA and all of them things. So we're going to talk about that. Plus we see where Devendra Bishu, Nasim Dianaran, and a couple of other players that would have represented West Indies in the past, they are all set to return. Yes, my peeps, they are going to be putting on the West Indies colors once again. And they will be led, or they will be captained by the great man himself, Mr. Brian Charles Lara. So these are the stories that we're going to be sharing with you guys. Just make sure that before you leave this video, you watch until the end. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you leave a like and turn on that post notification bell, right? So we see where the second staging of the road safety series is all set to get underway. Yeah man, the second staging of the road safety series, and apparently they have finalized the West Indies squad that will be taking part in that series. And as I would have indicated, now the West Indies legend Brian Charles Lara will be captaining the team as they go down into this tournament, right? The tournament will run from September 10th to the 1st of October. You know, I think it will be played over there in India. And the latest addition to the West Indies squad, you know, the two players, Bishu and Nasim Dianaran, they have been added to the squad, and you know, they expect to, it is expected that these two will definitely bring some amount of quality to the squad. As I said, it will be led by Brian Charles Lara, and they are going to be going up against quite a few retired players. They dub this the legends. I don't know if all of these guys that are going to be representing West Indies and some of the other teams, if they can be classified as legends of the game. But you know, definitely going to be interesting. India, I think, you know, they are the defending champion, and they are going to be led by the little master himself, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. And the main reason for this is to raise awareness around road safety. You understand? So that is the main reason for this tournament, according to what they are saying, to raise awareness around, about road safety. Just to remind you of some of the players that are going to be taking part for the West Indies legends. I think I did a video a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking about some of the players that will be playing. So these are some of the players that are going to be representing us. We have Brian Charles Lara, we have Danza Hyatt, we have Devendra Bishu, we have Dwayne Smith, we have Jerome Taylor, Krishmar Santoki, we have Solomon Ben, the great spinner Mr. Solomon Ben, Darren Powell, and you know, a couple of other players there that are expected to turn out and to represent the West Indies. So, you know, we are hoping that Brian Lara will not have headache with these guys once again. You know, we would have seen him throughout his career, especially in the latter part of his career, having to struggle and having to battle, you know, basically carrying West Indies on his shoulders. So we are hoping that things will work out in the sense that, you know, we will definitely put on a good show. I think the first staging, as I said, India, they were able to defeat, I think it was Sri Lanka in the finals. So they are the defending champions going in, and these guys are definitely going to be looking to get their groove on. Will be pretty interesting to see a couple of people like, haven't seen Jerome Taylor in a while. Would be nice to see Jerome Taylor out there doing his thing. Dwayne Smith, people like Danza Hyatt, definitely has been a while. Ricardo Powell, you know, He actually stopped playing cricket a while back. You understand? And you know, not Ricardo Powell, Darren Powell. Darren Powell, the pacer from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. He will be there. Yeah, Darren Powell is going to be there, the pacer from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. He hasn't played in a while because, as we know, he would have taken on a different career. Man is in politics and all of that, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see him running in and bowling his pace, you know. So yeah, that is pretty much it for that aspect of the video, my peeps. So the next thing that I want to share with you guys is where West Indies former captain Mr. Richie Richardson is all set to receive an award. The man basically said that he was surprised, but he's actually touched by the gesture. Surprised, didn't expect anything like this to happen, but he's touched by the gesture. You understand? And apparently he's in line to receive a honorary doctorate from the University of the West Indies. And you know, it is, as you can imagine, would be as a result of his contribution to the game of cricket, you know, in the region. He would have captained the West Indies from 1991 to 1996, I think it was. You know, definitely, I don't want to say he was the last great captain for West Indies, but you know, he was one of those guys that was extremely good for us. Some will say that he was left, he was kicked out of the team in a way that wasn't too fair. That is the argument that I hear a lot of persons with. And you know, but in terms of his playing career, he would have scored over 5,949 runs in Test cricket, played 86 Test matches, and would have scored 6,248 runs in over 200 ODIs. So he would have definitely represented us at you know, at a very high level for a little while. And he's one of the few West Indians that have been knighted. You know, he have been knighted there. So he's well respected across the cricketing world. You know, people fear this, used to fear this man back in his days. You understand? And this is what he had to say, and I quote, "I am deeply touched, honored and grateful. I am surprised, I never expected it, but I am excited and I am very much honored." You understand? So that is basically what he's saying. You know, he's over the moon, but not overly expressive, you know, as it relates to saying, yeah, because, you know, it is well documented that, don't want to say he did not bow out of the game in good terms with the leadership and where the political side is concerned for West Indies cricket, but, you know, man said that he did not expect it or anything like that, but he's definitely honored and he's happy for the gesture and all of that. So, you know, want to say shout out to him and congratulations on receiving that. Well, he hasn't received it as yet. He's in line to receive it. These days, he's actually a match. Well, he's a referee for the ICC. Generally speaking, when we have you know, international cricket in the Caribbean, he's usually there as the match referee. You know, so when you see this, some of the players do certain things and they feel that is out of bound against the laws of the game or the rules, he's usually one of those guys that will go out there and you know, and make sure that whether they needs to be charged or if they need to lose this percentage of their match fee that happens. So, you know, he's still contributing to the game of cricket and he's expected to receive that. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this update, my viewers and subscribers. Just continue to stay tuned to the channel as the CPL continues, and you will hear exactly what the next step will be as it relates to whether we are going to do a live or do a video on the upcoming game. So just go and big up on yourself, my peeps, and stay blessed.